Hello and welcome, beautiful souls, to this reading in the full hunter's moon in the sign of Taurus, October 28th. I'm starting this reading and picking your cards by cleansing your space. This is an invitation for you to take a deep breath, breathe deeply, and exhale. We are going to pick the center of the card and focus around that energy that we will receive in the center. So just relax, watch the video as we are picking the cards. And as before in our previous video, we are going to give you the information about this full hunter's moon in Taurus and what you need to know before we are going to read for you with the cards. So this powerful full moon eclipse in Taurus will create a T-square that can bring us the harsh reality of an aspect that needs healing. This blood moon brings changes and challenges. With determination and hard work, you can achieve the balance between these two aspects. Staying emotionally balanced when this eclipse occurs will support your problem-solving skills. So if we incorporate enough rest, this will surely bring success. This eclipse brings us the clear vision in how the polarities are formed in our life. When negative emotions arise, make sure that they don't overstay their welcome and keep you away from achieving your heart's desires. Don't get attached to the outcomes. Remember that desires in life are like waves that come and go, so approach them with a cycle mentality will help you to understand that with every desire fulfilled, another will surely follow, just like the waves. Practicing non-attachment will benefit you tremendously. This full moon will illuminate the areas of your life where you need to balance your needs and desires with those of others, as well as the material and your spiritual aspects. We can associate the eclipses with the energy of polarities, where we can become generous, loyal, and affectionate towards our loved ones. On the other hand, we can get stubborn, possessive, and resisting to change. The earth sign Taurus is gentle and loving, and the opposing water sign Scorpio is transformational, illuminating the shadow side of ourselves. If we can find the balance within these two energies, we can manage the choppy waters that the full moon surely can amplify. Taurus image, the bull, represents strength, endurance, and determination. So if you can embody this energy, you will be able to achieve your goals. This is a good time to appreciate what you have. Indulge in some self-care and express your gratitude for the people who support you. Perhaps you start diving deep into esoteric knowledge. And because we will stay with this mystical Scorpio energy for the 2 weeks ahead, this will be a fulfilling activity and study that you can try. So, good questions that you can ask yourself would be, how am I holding back my own change and development because of my comfort and security? For convenience and security, how am I preventing my own transformation and growth? Where am I settling for less than I deserve or desire? In what way can I encourage myself to step outside my comfort zone? So, this is very briefly of how this full moon in Taurus can be. And remember that full moons are always amplified energetically. But if we use keywords that we always will put in the description box below, if you want to read and go through them in your own time, these keywords will help and support you in what you need to consider in this full moon, because this is the energy that we'll be working with moving forward. And now I can't wait to see you in this reading, to see the energy of all that are in dimensions of love or passing by. So welcome in. Let's begin. Hello there, beautiful souls, and welcome to this full moon reading in the sign of Taurus on the 28th of October. Now, before we begin, I would like to say to you all that this is a general reading and it might not resonate with everything. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind, and also always use your discernment. So I can read the energy that is within you and also an energy connecting to you in this reading. And this reading is for the 2 weeks ahead. So even if we're doing this full moon reading in Taurus now, this energy will stay with you for 2 weeks. So if we can mentally get prepared in what we need to know and see, we can easily navigate choppy waters moving ahead. And Spirit has given it to us in this way, if you're new here, that we are reading the new moons and the full moons because the collective's ego is dissolving, and therefore we need to connect with our feminine aspects because we've moved out of the Piscean age and we're moving into the Aquarius age, which is more feminine. So moving into our feminine aspect, and as we are dissolving the ego of the collective, we're also dissolving it within ourselves. And if you're here, surely you are already in tune and very sensitive to feeling the energies so much more easier than the average human being. So if we can work with that energy so that we can dissolve it and integrate it into becoming something more beautifully, then that is very good for us. Now, that's why these full moons and new moons, you don't have to like astrology or be connected like that, or even like tarot. at this point, because this is really about us healing aspects of ourselves, because the moon reflects. So the moon is not holding its own light. So it's kind of like an illusion. So an illusion of who we truly think that we are. So before we can even move past what we're not, we need to understand, where does the light come from? So we need to find the sun. And before we can even find the sun, we need to connect to this moon energy in us to understand the darkness, so that we can see that the sun is reflecting on the moon. And especially when it is the full moon, where the sun is completely behind the moon, kind of pushing it forward to release, pushing it forward so that it can happen something else than what's currently happened, because the cycle is ended. Now, full moons are much more easier for the feminine woman to handle, because we're going through cycles in our menstruation of 28 days every month. So it's more easier to recognize, while in the female body it can be more difficult, because you're structured to have a routine that's very rigid, and that works for the male body. So that could be more difficult, and that's why it's more difficult for the world, as spirit has given it to us, for the male to connect with this feminine energy. But also, if it resonates for you, if you are a woman that's a very strong masculine, and you're not in tune with those 4 cycles that we have in our these 4 phases that we have in our menstrual 28-day cycle here. If we're not connecting to those phases of when we're supposed to rest, when we're supposed to do different types of exercise, then we can be off that chart and have difficulties of connecting with that. So regardless, we need to reconnect, and we need to include this aspect of the feminine within ourselves, no matter what gender you are or identify as. So that's why we're doing this full moon and new moons reading. We hope that you enjoy them, and that you can use all of this, because the point of this channel is love. So if you're new here, dimensions of love, it's dimensions. So there are different aspects of ourselves. One aspect is the sun and the moon and the water within us. A different aspect is how we relate to our ego, if it's healthy or unhealthy for us. We have so many things on this channel, but the core values of this channel is to create this safe space of love. So if it resonates, if you feel welcomed when you're here, please always stay here and like, share, and subscribe, and be here to just create this safe space for everyone to develop their authentic selves, to come back to who they truly are, so that we can be a sharing of love that can amplify with other beautiful channels and people and communities that are connecting to love, because this is what it's all about. Because we heal the most when we're in love. And no matter what paths that we take to move us back to love, it's that is the greatest way to go, because love heals everything. So that's why this channel is called Dimensions of Love. And thank you for being here and understanding all of these aspects. I appreciate you being so open-minded that you can even receive all of this, because everyone is not there yet. So thank you for the behalf of everyone who's not really that conscious, that we can vibrate out that good energy so that we all can elevate. Now, we've chosen to do this reading in this way, that we are having the center card of the energy telling us how the reading is going to move forward. And like these candles here and the Buddha heads, we are needing to balance the opposite. Okay, so this full moon, as we've already mentioned in the first section when we picked your cards, is that the full moon always talks about something being amplified, but especially this moon in Taurus, because it's so grounding, it kind of asks us to see these aspects of ourselves that is more in the materialistic realm. So integrating the polarities, because we need to see the polarities, the differences for it to work. As the darkness of the sky, there's a lot of darkness and there's not so many stars as you can see. The darkness is bigger, yet the stars are not afraid of the light. The stars are not afraid of the darkness because they appreciate that the darkness is there. It kind of creates this beautiful dynamic together when they're in harmony. So the darkness doesn't say, whoa, there's not many lights here, and the lights don't say, oh no, this is too much darkness, because it's this balance of understanding that both parts are needed in an equal balance. So that was an analogy that just came through, so let's go with that. But furthermore, let's just get into this reading. Taurus full moon is luxury and just wanting to be in this beautiful energy of having things and the security, and very good and loyal. But again, as we've spoken on, the opposite can get very obsessive and just don't want to change. So our center card was, of course, the Hermit. This was the most beautiful card we could actually get here in the center energy. So as you can see here in the card depicted, that he is looking at this beautiful lantern here, and this lantern represents the light within. So you're really searching within right now, which is beautiful, because this full moon illuminates these dark spots, especially when we are in the opposite with this scorpionic energy of this dark self of our ego aspects that we don't want to see. So you've probably been looking outside, but finally now you're stepping in and you're looking inwardly. You're looking inwardly towards yourself, what is needed there. What is it that you need to see? It's a very spiritual card here in the middle of this reading. And the energy in my meditation, what I'm getting for you guys is that you're finding this space of being okay, of being alone. Like, there's so many energies around you, surrounding you, which has been very beautiful and you've enjoyed it. But for the first time in your life, you're kind of enjoying this solitude moments here, because you're finally understanding that your connection to your soul is the most valuable connection that you can have, which actually creates all connections as a ripple effect moving out to your external connections. So as this healing and this inner discovery, which is also connecting us to this scorpionic energy of this mystics, that you are this energy of wanting to discover something new, finding something new within yourself, just seeing this. And I say this because underneath we have the star card. He feels, and take this energy as it resonates, really, male or female, but there's an energy of masculine and feminine, and he's just looking at her and she's looking at him. He is wishing upon a star, because there's a star in that lantern on her, and she is the star, and she's looking up at him. So see, notice that both of them hold a light, and both of them are by themselves in the picture, but yet they form this beautiful understanding of one another, this just beautiful communication. And this wanting here for you've been wanting to see something, you've been wanting and wishing for something to come true, because it's been so many difficulties that you are not trusting anymore. And why I'm saying that you're not trusting is because we have the Three of Wands in reverse. You're supposed to do something, and as you're making this, because it is about this transformational energy and you're supposed to change a few patterns here, that's what I'm feeling strongly in your meditation. And as you're doing this change, all of a sudden you're hesitating, and it is okay. Sometimes we hesitate, and we always go through these different phases in life where we are doing great, and then we're falling back to old patterns, and then we're up, and then we're down, and that's okay. It's okay. The most important thing is to move forward. So here you have some energy that is holding you back of moving forward, because it's been so many intense falling back, that you're kind of questioning yourself, can I push forward? Can I get this understanding that I need? And of course you'll get that understanding, because we have this Eight of Swords. I'm sorry, this Ace of Swords right on top of this reading, which is saying, just like this panda, he's so soft, and he looks. It just got me this picture of Kung Fu Panda. I don't know if you've seen that, but Kung Fu Panda, he's really, he looks like he's clumsy, and he can't do anything. It just looks, he doesn't have anything. And then it comes to that he is the leader. He's the leader of this pack, and these amazing skilled animals that are five or something like that. Am I showing you that I have kids right now? And these beautiful animals that are very strong and very sharp don't understand him. They're even looking at him like, what can you do? And then it just turns out that he is a master, and he's so soft, so he can take everything and just move with it. He moves so smoothly. And this is what happens here, because when you're in this hermit mode and you are looking for the answers within, you're not looking outside, you know that your strength lies within, then this leader that you have, that you're hesitating about, is stepping forward and saying, yes, you're meant to do this. You know that you're meant to do this. And this feeling is just an energy. Let it go through you, because you can move forward. So this aha moment that you're getting here with this Ace of Swords, it's kind of like an epiphany, and Spirit is supporting you again with the Star card here. Just this beautiful gift from the universe giving you this support, and just giving you this light that you need, so that you understand it. Something in your subconscious for the first time just clicks in. Now, as you're going through it this week's moving ahead, please write in the comments what happens or what changes can occur to you, because we love to read those. But this is such a beautiful energy into moving in with this Ace of Swords here. Underneath the star, we have a Tower moment. And interesting here, the Tower moment strikes first, and then after comes the Star card. So after this disaster, which feels like a disaster because it takes away so many things, and probably you've been without many things, all of a sudden you get a gift, you get something back, because you endured this difficulty here. You accepted it, and you put an effort, and all of a sudden the universe is rewarding you here with the Star card. That's why they're close to one another. Okay, so when we have the Tower upright, this can be very detrimental, but when we have the Tower reverse, it's a less of a degree. And when we're moving also with the Star card, I definitely feel that you've already experienced this Tower moment, and you've already moved ahead here, because you are just completely embracing this inner self, this inner meditation. You're probably starting with some breath work. If you already have done something, just some breath work, meditation. There's just something along, or your third eye. I'm feeling my third eye is kind of activating. It's like a birth. It keeps pushing. So, and this is all about your inner connection. Your soul is calling to you, and you are waking up to this realization. And then all of a sudden, when we go up there, because we are again in this Taurus, a beautiful season here, that we are not season, but we're going into Scorpio season. But this Taurus full moon is giving us this polarity and these differences. And here comes this polarity just striking on the other side of these cards, which is on this side, we have the Three of Cups, confirming 2 times in reverse. 2 times Three of Cups in reverse, with the Three of Wands in reverse here, is definitely telling me something very simple to you, that there has been 3 people involvement. There is this 3 people energy dynamic. First of all, for you that is in this hermit mode, discovering yourself, this off balance tranquility that you've been experiencing within yourself is it's maybe not fixed, or it's not balancedly stored. Because if we see, we have these both polarities, and when these both polarities are trying to balance each other out, it can get very, it's kind of like this. And then all of a sudden, when they start to balance, you kind of find it. So every person needs to find that. You need to understand what is your darkness, what is your light, and then integrate in them where there's not this or that. There is both of them completely. And then you try to balance them to find what works for you. And here you've noticed that this is not balanced. So this is what you're noticing. And for others of you, or if this is still connecting to your energy, it's this three people energy. It's this, a lot of women. Why I say woman? Because we have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is very Aries, Leo, Sag. It's a very sexual and sensual, again, with the season in Scorpio, that we have passion, creativity. So there's a lot of creativity. So a lot of women involved with this individual in the energy field. And it is beautiful, but then it becomes a burden here. Because all of a sudden there comes an epiphany here that in order for the creativity to flow, for you to be in balance, and for you to recognize, because you recognize here that you're not tranquil within your soul, and you've recognized this, and you're trying to find these ways now to move forward in this energetically. I'm feeling something in my throat, and someone has hard time breathing and having this kind of like choke, like a choking feeling choked with, to make a decision. You can just relax, everything's okay. For some of you there, moving on, this, I feel like it can be feel choked by these women. There's so many women here in this energy, like all of, and usually they're upright and they're celebrating, and it's so much celebration and it's abundance. But here, this has become a burden now. So there's disconnection. These women are not connecting. We have Mercury that is in the energy of this full moon, and which is causing this energy of these women not connecting. They're not speaking. They're not, there's no coherence in understanding one another, which is very difficult. But what Spirit is saying here with the Hermit is, when we are in this beautiful inner power, we need to understand that no matter what happened with these women, how these women was connecting to this King of Swords here, I mean King of Wands, there still needs to be an understanding and acceptance towards one another. Everyone needs to have this open communication so there can be an acceptance, because nobody is happy because of this card being, it's not upright. And it is affecting a lot of people, because in this row we have 10 of Cups. Look at this 10. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm saying the opposite words. I apologize. Maybe it's opposite energy. Well, it is definitely right here in this recording, that's for sure. This 10 of Pentacles, if we see this 10 of Pentacles and we turn it upright like this, we can see a family and even a dog. It's just nourishing, it is ancestral, it is happiness. But then we turn this card upside down, and all of a sudden we're not, it's an energy of not being connecting to this family connection. You're not happy about this family, about all of these females here. I mean, take it how it resonates. This can be women, this can be also females within your family. There can be a lot of females having a lot of strong opinions here about it. And it's just not, it's not being happy about the situation. Not being happy, feeling unsuccessful financially because of this. It takes a toll. But you see, the Hermit, he has his back turned against this. So he's not looking for the money. The money kind of comes natural to the Hermit if he needs it. He's not looking for that. He's not looking for that luxurious and everything, because it comes naturally to him. When you're spiritually rich, everything else comes to you that's rich. It's a ripple effect of everything. But here, especially with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it's coming to an end, involving these women here, involving this King of Wands here that's in and out, and also evolving your creativity, these blockages, this Tree of Wands of not trusting yourself and your abilities, because something comes through for you. Whatever it is here, you're doing an idea, you're doing something that is connecting to everything that you've been through here, and you have a great new opening, but still it's this dissatisfaction. It's not what it was supposed to do. It was not how it's supposed to be. It's not how it's, or they're saying it's not how it's supposed to be. So someone is not happy about this family outcome here. There's I feel this disconnection. There's a disconnection. They don't know what to say. They don't know where to start. The throat feels thick. It feels difficult. And the breathing. So I don't know if the Tower is connecting here. You know what? Let's just pull these cards, because this is the base energy of everything. I'm going to pull these simple cards, and we're going to end with this magical herb oracle by Shirley Darcy. She wrote this, and I really want to integrate this because it's the Taurus full moon, and it's about grounding, and when we're grounded to the earth, we have the herbs and everything that grows out of the earth. So I'm going to read this thing for you as the final advice, but I want to pull extra cards just to see the energies connecting to this, if Spirit can clarify more right now as we're looking in this video here, so that you can be participating. So Spirit, give us a more deeper energy here with the Hermit. And I'm using this deck upright here because it's a positive deck. I always want to end in a positive note. So let's see. What do we need to know about the Hermit here? And then we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so coming at this crossroad of having to choose and kind of contemplating, because Two of Wands is holding the original images that he's holding a world. So the world is your oyster, but it doesn't feel like that here. It feels more of this kind of pause and a wait, but it is a good pause, because the Three of Wands in reverse represents here also a delay, but it is a good delay. It is a delay that allows you to contemplate and think about what is happening here, because you need that rest. There's a feeling of very painful experiences in the legs, difficulty walking, heaviness, and this is all flushing out everything that has been toxic in the feminine energy, because the down body is connected to the feminine. So let's see more here. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Tell us more about this family issue here. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Five of Wands. Okay, so this is competition. This is a different opinion, different wants, and different needs. Okay, and when it is a good competition, we all learn from one another. But when it is in this way that we have it with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it is a competition that nobody is satisfied with the outcome, basically. Here, no one is satisfied with this outcome. And it's supposed to be a satisfaction here, but it is happening when you're looking here with it. It's a lot of fiery, because we have wands coming out here. So a lot of fiery energy connecting with the sexuality and the creativity and passion here. That's your polarity there with the Scorpio energy. So let's just see, who's this King of Wands here, Spirit? Who's this King of Wands for the viewer? Okay, look at that. We got the Scorpio energy. This is the Death card, and it is Scorpio's card. And we have it in reverse. So there is a pattern. There is definitely something that you're releasing, and you're fearful. You're so fearful to walk into the unknown and to release this pattern. You're having difficulties. But again here, with the Star card, You are going to get that wish fulfillment. You're going, these wishes will be granted. Everything that you've worked so hard towards, whether it has been seen by anyone, but you will get this recognition of your hard work. It will be recognized here. They're saying it to me that it will be recognized. So yes, it's been difficult for you, and there is this fear, but there's a cycle. It needs to close here, but I'm still hearing a delay. I don't know why there's so many delays in the energy field here, but again, Spirit keeps saying in the meditations here to me that it just comes through. Everyone needs to wait for one another this time, because this transition is affecting so many energetically that we really need to wait for one another here. And this is what it's saying here, that try to let go. Okay, it's difficult, but how are you standing in your own way? How are you standing in your own way of moving forward? So let's see here with the Three of Cups. We're going to pull 2 cards here just to clarify this woman energy and this connection. What does the viewer need to see and know right now moving forward 2 weeks about these women? Okay, see, 8 of Pentacles, working hard. Okay, these women has been working hard on achieving what they need to achieve. Okay, it is taken step by step to moving forward. So they want to acknowledge that. The energy wants to be acknowledged that it's been a hard work, but it needs to be a communication. It needs to be a respect to one another here in order for it to become this beautiful outcome for everyone. It is connecting to the inner soul. Let's see, one more card with the Three of Cups in reverse here. Thank you, we're truly grateful. We have the Knight of Wands. So it is a young, fiery energy that is coming in here. There is a woman that's very young. It's a young woman here in this energy. One of these women are is very young. One of this, yeah, she's very young here. And it kind of goes in the opposite here with the King of Wands. They're mirroring each other. Maybe there's an older person and a younger person, and they're mirroring each other. They have a lot of qualities that is similar to one another. That is for some of you, which is connecting it in this way. And I feel it's connecting to this Three of Cups in reverse here. There's a lot of women here involved. Many. But there's 3 main women. What I want to say here is that when you are moving towards your goal here, this creativity that you're supposed to do here is when you are starting your journey here. So it kind of feels fresh in this new direction, and you're hesitating and you're wondering, should you make this move forward? And it's something unknown that you've never done before, and it's difficult. Spirit is saying, don't hold yourself back here. Let's go for the Star card here. What do we have here? Let's confirm the Star card. And we have the Ace of Wands. See, there's a gift from Spirit. We have 2 aces. Aces are divinely gifts, new beginning. This is a new beginning. So even if this has been delayed and there's fear of even you pushing this, you're pushing this ahead, I feel a masculine energy entering here right now, because I'm starting to speak a little bit louder. So someone is speaking louder. But when you are getting this, this is like a divine intervention here. It's so beautiful because you're getting gifts from divine. The universe is really gifting you. You're being gifted with this new idea. There's something you know that you're supposed to do. It's unknown, because you feel so unknown that I can't even find the words to it. That's how it is. It's something new. It hasn't been created because it doesn't exist here in the 3D reality. This is beautiful. Whatever it is that you're doing, move forward. No matter how big or small it is, even if it is a change in your family pattern of how they have experienced their financial situation. This is beautiful. Let me see, with the Tower in reverse here, clarify the Tower in reverse. Thank you, Spirit. confirmation. Look at that, double card. 3 of Cups in reverse, and upright again here, Ace of Swords. It is a clarity. It is an aha moment. When you're in this spiritual understanding here, I'm shifting from softness to very harsh and very determined masculine voice. So it is a beautiful balance, but they need to dance. They're still dancing a little bit harshly against one another's energy. But again, there's an epiphany here that you're going to get. There's just this aha moment, this clarity that just comes through, this understanding. It's going to be so clear for you that there's no hesitation. It's just crystal clear. And I've said this before, it comes up again here, crystal clear. So this is beautiful. I like this energy with the Tower here, because you really need this clarity after. And after the Tower comes and moves everything away, this is going to be so easy to understand it, to embrace it, to get that download completely and understand it completely. Because it's been a lack of understanding. And this is all because you're with this Hermit card. You're looking within. You're searching, you're studying yourself, you're studying your inner work here of your patterns. Let's see, the 3 of Wands in reverse. What do we have there? The Devil card. The Devil card in reverse. Some of you has really suffered with there's some disease, there's some difficulties, physical difficulties that you've suffered with, and it's not because your body is weak, because I feel mostly of you that you've been working towards being healthier, but your body is getting weaker and it doesn't make sense. It's because you're working towards healing, but your ancestral and these patterns are coming back to revisit. And as they are revisiting here, they are causing you to feel pain in your physical body. And so it collides them both. It becomes very strange that I'm doing something good, but I'm feeling bad. It doesn't make sense. It's this polarity and opposites, okay? So this is being cleared out. This is being cleared out. All of these addiction, this pattern, these difficulties, you're getting this wish fulfillment and you're getting out of it. You are being released. Again, we have these 3 people energy, and with this wand here and these extra ladies, that you're being released because it's been toxic here for some masculine here. It's been very toxic here. It hasn't been good, and it has had you second guess yourself a lot. But you're releasing this devil energy. We have also Capricorn, but we have the star card, so we have Aquarius here, and Mercury with the communication. This is definitely communication needing to happen, and because we're working with Mercury, making sure that we are using that energy so we can clear out what needs to be communicated. But we're working with Mars, so again, this is with the devil energy. As we're working with Mars, Mars is very aggressive. It can get very aggressive here. So make sure to calm yourself down and to speak with compassion. I don't know who that was for, but you need to speak with compassion. And yeah, this is involving Leo. We have Leo strong here also, but we got that from the King of Wands here. Those are the most affected signs. So we got Taurus, Scorpio, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Leo, and Aquarius. I see them all here present. And this can also represent that we are in this full moon and this connection is made. So this doesn't have to be in your chart. You need to take it how it resonates. But these are the signs that are here and that are also connected with the full hunter's moon in Taurus here, okay? This is a blood moon, so there's a lot of blood pumping, and there's careful with the heart. But here with someone that's getting angry, you gotta look at your blood pressure. You need to take it easy. That was for a message for someone. I want to look here with the Ace of Swords. Just give us one card here. Just give us one card here. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. See, and here comes another female popping up. So one is a devilish energy, and the other female is a Queen of Swords. A very sad queen, a woman that's been through a lot. She doesn't have a man, or she's been with men that's been very hurtful. And this is an older woman, a very mature woman, but she's very cold. She's very cold and very strict and very hard. It could be for some, if this is if this is a male, it is a toxic relationship with parents, so a toxic relationship with mothers. I don't know if we're ready to go into that yet. We've been discussing toxic fathers, but since this is the feminine and we are looking into the feminine, please, I hope this doesn't trigger anyone. That is not my intention, but I'm just calling out because we're pulling these cards in real time. The energy here is this toxic woman, this toxic mother, leaving these traits and kind of holding back creativity. Your creativity is being held back because of this. And this bitterness of this woman is kind of rubbing, it's that energy is rubbing off. But I definitely feel a lot of sadness. But out of all queens, I would say the Queen of Swords is the most cold. Like, she's very cold because she's intellectual, so there's not a lot of feelings there. So there's one young woman and one woman that's very careless and doesn't feel and doesn't care if she hurts someone, type of energy. And then there's one more woman, but she looks very stable here. If that's you as the Hermit, or if it's the energy connecting to you, but it feels very stable. Okay, here, magical herbs. For this 2 weeks ahead, what advice, what will the energy of Taurus bring the viewers looking at this video right now, whenever this reaches you? Let's see. What card do we get? Purification. Look at that burdock. We got the burdock and the purification card. So let's see here. I'm going to read directly from this book for you. So this is purification, and it is time to release what no longer needs and to encounter what needs to grow in its place. Look at that. Isn't this all about this reading? You've been having this energy of not having difficulties of letting go, and you're literally having this confirming that it is time to let that go so that new can grow in its place. Okay? Disappointment is indicated, and you may find it easier and feel more compelled to walk away from a situation rather than fight for change. But action can still assist you to succeed. So here again, being careful with the words, okay? If we come from a place of love and we are not harming one another, and it's not this fight, it is trying to understand and just letting every sword down, then it doesn't matter how the outcome becomes, because we came from love and we didn't fight. And that's the most important thing that one can do. So that is your advice. And it says, an offer may be made to you and you are advised to seek out more information and do a little more research before accepting. New opportunities are slowly coming your way. So there is no need to take the first offer unless you're completely sure. This is a time for contemplation. And there again, you guys, you have it. Contemplation here with the Hermit. You're moving yourself inwardly, doing a little bit meditation. If I have the time, I will put a video about a short meditation for you guys. But if I don't, I really recommend you to look into YouTube. There's so many meditations. They're so amazing. It can be very short. Just doing 5 minutes a day will do such a difference. And especially this confirmation here, asking you to look within. It will really give you that silenced voice that you can hear that will help you move forward. And new offers are coming here, as we can see with this creativity. Again, don't take the first offer. Just in this contemplation, just stay there and know and trust that everything is fine, because you're going through this purification. And we have the devil in reverse, so we're definitely getting out of this, okay? So this is beautiful. This is your reading, my beautiful souls that are here. I thank you all for being here. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and I hope that this message helps you. It is always delivered with love. I hope that wasn't a lot of triggers here, because it is the full moon, so don't do any rituals now. Try to be calm, because the water within us can be very noticeable emotionally. So try to be balanced emotionally. I wish you all well, and it is also moving Halloween. I don't know if you celebrate that, but try to make it less spooky and be a little bit more into your beautiful selves inwardly instead of going out partying or whatever people do nowadays. I wish you all well, and as always, have a wonderful day. Sending love your way, everyone. Bye.